Certainly Charlie McCann live from Gibraltar, or even half live from Gibraltar, but certainly with us, which is absolutely brilliant. Looking ahead to day 3 of Glorious Goodwood, and the weather here is glorious, Charlie.
Yeah, the ground is likely to be firming up all the week. No more rain forecast. The ground was slightly on the easy side of good before the first day of the Glorious Goodwood meeting, but no question it'll be on the fast side of good, and that'll suit Deirdre, who won the race last year for Japan in the feature race. This is the Group 1 Nassau Stakes for fillies. But Rob, the classic generation, the 3-year-olds have held sway for the majority of the time and take last year's out, and Deirdre ran okay in the Eclipse Stakes last time, but I fancy the 3-year-olds. And Donica O'Brien, who's the latest off the conveyor belt of the O'Brien family, of course, a great jockey, and of course his weight, like his brother Joseph. These are both sons of Aidan O'Brien. He's got into the training ranks, and he's already had a classic winner with Fanny Blue at Ashanti in the French Oaks. She finished second in the Irish 1,000 guineas. She was drawn on the wrong side. She was drawn 14 on that occasion, ran a really good race, staying on. I think the 3-year-olds will hold sway, and it is the Donica O'Brien. It seems strange not to say Joseph O'Brien or Aidan O'Brien, but it is the young one. It's Donica O'Brien for him to get his first Group 1 success. I think it will be his first Group 1 success in Britain as a trainer. Obviously, he rode a number of classic winners in Britain for his father, Aidan. Just quickly down the card as well, Carder in the Richmond Stakes wouldn't be the first Mark Johnston horse this week to reverse his latest run. The Johnston horses, they don't dwell on the fact if one of their horses runs poorly. This ran really well in the Coventry Stakes, ran poorly at the July Stakes. I thought he was sweaty. I thought down at the start, I thought he'd lost his race there. He ran okay to finish third. He's got to reverse the form with the second horse there, the Haggis horse, but this is a big, imposing horse, whereas the Haggis horse who finished in front of him at Newmarket is a slightly bigger, a slightly smaller animal. I don't think he's probably got the room for improvement. And Carder, for me, these are both around about 100 to 30 chances. Then in the Gordon Stakes, we've got the Gordon Stakes normally is a St. Ledger Tran, and I suppose it still is, but this year, of course, we've got the second in the Derby, Khalifa Sat, taking on English King. And we'll find out, of course, tomorrow whether English King should have maybe finished a bit closer. Of course, do you remember they gave Serpentine an awful lot of rope, let's put it that way, in the Derby. Subjectivist of Mark Johnson is probably likely to try and make all. I'd be surprised if Frankie gave him as much rope. This easy track, I don't know. I'm an English King fan. I think he'll get revenge. He's around about 13 to 8 shot, but this is a fascinating race. It really is. I must say the Great Voltigeur is normally the sort of the best trial for the St. Ledger, but I'm really looking forward to this. Khalifa Sat, of course, second in the Derby itself, but well back, of course, this English King. He's got quite a lot, but it's whether or not you think that all the Kamikos of this world, the English King, the Aidan O'Brien horses, other than the moguls of this world, mogul rear pugs as well, whether they gave Serpentine too much rope. But it's English King for Matt. There's a horse called Winter Power running tomorrow. Did us a big favour on charliemccann.co.uk earlier in the week. I thought he should have been odds on. She went off 2-1 at Redcar. She runs under a penalty. The only thing that competes is not the £6 impost for winning that race. It's whether the race comes too soon. But she looked at a class animal. And it's the Galway Hurdle tomorrow, one of the most famous and prestigious handicap hurdles of the year. And Gordon Elliott, carries everything before him. He's never won the Galway Hurdle. And he's got 2 in the race for me. Felix Deji, who won on the flat, Navan, a 2-mile race, and has always been a very talented horse. Davy Russell rides that. That's around about 7-1 favourite, would you believe? But I fancy Aramax, who did us a favour in the race that formerly known as the Fred Winter at Cheltenham back in March. Aramax has only got about 10 stone 5, I think it is. Mark Walsh takes the ride. 14-1 shot. I think the horse is a genuine sort of pattern race or group race, a graded race horse in making. I don't think he'll ever carry 10 stone 5 again, if I was being honest. And I think 14-1 each way is a cracking bet. But the Galway Hurdle, would you believe Gordon Elliott has never won it? He's won the He's won the plate, of course, and he's got Galvin, who's the fancy runner in the plate later today, Wednesday. But for the hurdle on Thursday, Aramax each way at 14 to 1.
Charlie, thanks as always. Gamble aware, gamble responsibly. Charlie, as the week goes on. Thanks a lot, mate.
I look forward to it. Cheers, mate. Take care.
Bye.